Hello, JPU family, welcome back. Sorry for the glitch just now in our audio. Please tell me in the comments if you guys can hear and if everything is fine. Sorry for the little hiccup. Wanna know I'm not home. Wanna know I had a little internet issues. Everything was fine last night. Tonight had a little glitch. I'm back. All is what it seems. Everybody's hearing. So I'm gonna bring back in Craig Oates, and we're gonna talk for a little while. If you're just joining, I am not gonna let Mr. Oates talk everything over again. A lot of you wanna know Mr. Oates, and if anything after the interview, I will say what he said. But here he is, Mr. Oates. You are live. You can pick up where you left off.
Again, good night to your listeners and your viewers. Again, I can just quickly reintroduce myself. I am Craig Oates. I'm from the parish of Hanover. I want to commend you for the job that you've been doing.
Thank you.
You had asked me about my community involvement, and I said to you that I've been doing community activism from I was very young. At the age of 19, I sponsored my first community corner league. I was a member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, of which I was a detective for probably about 90% of the service. I've sponsored football competitions throughout Hanover. I have from then until now programs that I go into some of these schools and help, feeding programs for young people. We have mentorship program for young boys too. I have done the Hanover Football Academy where we had over 100 boys coming in on a weekend, a Saturday and a Sunday, and we check on their schoolwork and so it's just basically a community level. I grew up in a PNP home. Father was a labourite, but he was not a, how may I put it now? He was not a loud I don't know if he voted. People say that he was. So I can't say, so I'll probably take about that. But my mother's side was a fully fledged PNP family. I've supported the PNP since my younger days. But I've never been afraid to speak my mind when they are not doing things correctly. This has rubbed some people the wrong way over the years. And I think that this is one of the reasons why Hanover is really at the bottom of the pile in terms of, development in Jamaica, because the residents here have been brainwashed or gaslighted or programmed to think orange or green, which is their PNP. And whilst that is happening, the town of Lucy is probably in its worst state. We have somebody who is the mayor of, let me just read the record state, somebody whom I used to be close to, seeing him on the inside and knowing how they operate. I just didn't stay around them, and, we should be at this stage. We got independence from 1962 in this country. And probably 75 or at least 70% of Hanover does not have good water supply.
Oh, geez.
Probably. It's true. Because in Hanover, you have a lot of people don't know this. You have two set of pipes that run in this. You have the domestic pipes that go to communities, and you have another set of pipes that brings water to the hotels. And the communities are suffering. People with water trucks and all of that, they end up doing good business. You can't blame them.
True.
Because they have to come in and fill the void. People are without it. And you don't hear politicians on both sides of the political divide coming out and crying for, road for residents, water for residents, and, the only thing people say is, we win, and they shout green or they shout orange, and, it's just painful to watch. What is happening. You have a parish that in Eastern Hanover, Orchard, in Hopewell, probably have one of the best venues that you can find in terms of sports. Multi-purpose basketball and netball court. Stands, you can probably see about 1,500 people. Yet the football field has been banned by the Jamaica Football Federation, causing the community team, which had a very large following, to be disbanded really. And now the youths them have to be going all over the place, St. James, Westmoreland, all over to play football. You know, the mayor of Lucy, Sheridan Samuels, he is the former president of the Football Association. He has been that for years. He's now the chairman of the Football Federation in the CONCACAF, the Western Confed, which in a sense he chairs St. James, Hanover, and Trelawney. So he's the head man. This is the mayor of Hanover. The Hanover Football Association is the Hanover Municipal Corporation. A lot of people call it the parish council. Is responsible for all football fields in the parish. Yet Hopewell, which I just spoke about, and Watson Taylor Park in Western Hanover and Lucy is in the most deplorable condition. None of these venues, up until a few weeks ago, would not pass the smell test to play a football game. But we have people who are campaigning and going to people and said, give us a chance. And you never hear them coming out and saying, hey, if you try on a regular day to go into Lucy, there's going to be traffic from Grand Palladium straight into Lucy. What would normally have been in the days gone by 10, 15 minutes the most is now sometimes an hour or more. This affects locals. This affects school children, working people, tourists coming in from Negril. And when you reach over by Hopewell, which is probably about 15 minutes out of Montego Bay, as you cross the Great River and reach close to Round Hill Hotel, there is traffic again straight into Hopewell. There is no future leadership pass road, bypass for.
But Craig, it sounds like there's no political representation there based on what you're saying.
There is I over the last 2 years, I was very brutal in my critique of Eastern Hanover Member of Parliament, Dave Brown.
Yes.
Over the last year or more, Brown has been doing a lot of work.
So he's improved.
And it would be he has improved leaps and bounds.
Okay.
It is very difficult for a country MP get stuff done in them constituency, because typically you have to go in a parliament and kiss ass for the ministers them. But Brown, over the last year and a half, or probably a little bit more, has been fixing roads, has been dealing with infrastructure. And if I come out and I used to cuss him for not doing it, and if he's doing it, I'm going to come out and say, hey, he's doing a good job, and he should be commended. You have persons in the PNP who are of the opinion that if somebody is a labourite, no matter what they do, you should not commend them. And I'm going to say that this is one of the reasons why our country is in the sad state that it is in. Because we have people who only see stuff through green and orange. You know what I mean? And that is really a sad situation.
That is at the diet. This way I fight out here, you know.
Let me tell you something. I don't think a lot of people understand that dietedness is really going down. I think the last election that went by in 2020, 41% of the country voted. That means 60 out of every 10 voters did not see it fit to exercise their franchise. You know what I mean? And you have some people who believe that to represent a political party, you have to be a lawyer, a doctor, or some bullshit professional qualifications. When what is needed in politics is the understanding and local knowledge, care for people, and an ability to communicate clearly to people a vision and of what you wanted to do. Before we went out, you were saying that I was seeking to do representational politics. Yeah. The truth of the matter, I've always been an activist. I've never been afraid to speak my mind. I'm not somebody who's going to get along well with politicians because I don't stick to party. What you call it?
You serve the people, not just the party.
Yes, I'm here to represent the party, but the party is there to represent the people.
Yes.
And I was never of a political mind, like whatever. I got involved because I live in the US. Mm-hmm. I back and forth to Jamaica, but I live in the US. Mm-hmm. But I'm here like every month or every other month. Come here business here. Mm-hmm. And I love the party, and I realized that the residents in Hanover did not want a stranger. So me along with about a few people said, listen, you know what? The PNP was broken in Eastern Hanover. When I got in, the party, the constituency was not even a recognized constituency. Mm-hmm. And I took it upon myself. I don't even come out and talk. I talk about millions and to get the party machinery up to date. Mm-hmm. Put in the groups them. I think we put in about, they can't quote me, but we put in the group to make the constituency recognized by the party. And we started the work. We started going into the community. We started highlighting deficiency. But in the meantime, I asked persons if they wanted to run. Miss Perkins, who is running, Andrea Perkins. I went to her and said, hey, listen, you should run. She said, no, Craig. Andrea Dehaney, who is a counselor for the Sandy Bay Division. I went to her, I said, throw your hat in the ring, you're a woman. We support you. No, I went out, me asked Henry McCurdy over there in Montego Bay. I was actively looking persons to run. But in the same time, I honestly did not want Patricia Duncan, DK Duncan daughter, because I heard her name being bandied about. And I did not want her. Me along with that.
Why is that?
Because when the strangers them come, as long as they get to God knows, that's it. We don't see them. We're just tokens.
So you wanted somebody who was born and bred in the constituency like yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
So anyway, what happened is now, so I organized, so in the 2020 election, or the lead up to the 2020 election, I was uploading that the Western Hanover Member of Parliament, Ian Hills, was not working. Not working. And I said it publicly.
Yes.
I probably have a lot of persons following me on social media, or probably whatever I said influence people. But I stick to it, and I said I'm not working. In Eastern, they said we have a high that I'm not going to support a stranger. And I did not work, and I did not campaign. Both men lost, and they blamed me for their loss. I don't know how me as a one man can make two men lose, but I mean, it don't really matter to me. I speak my mind and I stand by my convictions.
So look here, pause a second there. When you try to represent the constituency for the PNP as a man who born and bred in the constituency, you want to tell the people why they started reaching for people outside instead of putting you there? Or are the people support?
The truth of the matter as it relates to that part of it now is that, one, the General Secretary for the PNP, you know, a lot of people say stuff, you know, and I sat and see what them do to Lawrence Show, to be honest. You have some evil people right now in the Michael party. And when you lick out and you speak the truth, them come out and then tell people, say, hey, I'm a labor right. Because that's them way to silence the dissent, you know. You understand? Dayton Campbell knows that I have things that he have said to me. He knows. And you have other people in the party who have said, let me tell you something. I weep for party when I born and I support. But honestly, I weep. I sit down on the sideline and I weep for them. Because what I'm seeing is a bunch of people who are hypocritical against each other. That's my opinion. And I have reasons. I'm not going to call nobody name, but I can say this without no fear or no reservation. My name, Dean Campbell. If the PNP should lose tomorrow morning, there will be what is called the night of long knives.
Where's the night of long knives?
The night of long knives.
Where you get that phrase from, sir?
It is a terminology that is used.
Of course, me I hear, but thank you.
You see a lot of people who you see dancing on the stage and on party platforms, they will have knives out for each other because a lot of these people don't love each other.
Oh.
They don't respect each other. Some of these top names that you hear being bandied about and whatever, if you hear some of the things that they say to people in private, and some of the things that some people have even said to me personally, but I have really set aside because I see the carnage that is going to ensue.
Again?
Because, say again?
Again? More carnage after what we see already?
As I said to you, I'm not here to follow PNP argument. They're doing a very good job of stepping on their own message. But I can just give some, just speaking from my point of view. When you have I'm telling you now, so we build up the constituency, and the PNP said that, hey, in Western Hanover, they say they're gonna do a poll, and anybody win the poll gonna get the seat. This guy down here win the seat. What's his name again? But he won the poll. I don't remember his name. And guess what? By the time he won the poll and everybody thought that he was going to be the candidate, them threw the race in another selection. And them threw in a Dr. Man, them threw in Heather Miller and whatever. But I'm going to say this to you. A lot of people are wondering, why is it that I am going off the mayor, Sheridan Samuels of Lucy, so hard? And I'm going to say this for the very first time. Election day 2020, because Mayor Ian Hills, the vice president of the PNP, will never have, not yet, to be honest. I'm always defending Samuels because I think that he was not being treated good by Hills. That was my opinion. I was his biggest defender. Election day 2020 at my house, my house that I'm now at right now, come here about the properties. Sheridan Samuels and a large contingent of people from Western Hanover left Western Hanover at my house. Then cook one pot of food. One liquor. I have videos, I have photos can show. Because at the time Samuels and Ian Hills was at Davashard. Anything I tell him I prove for. No boy and no girl can sue. I'm legal minded, so I'm very cognizant of the things that I say. I look and see the PNP come get this man there. The Hanover. Ask the question, where was this man 2020 election for the PNP? And this is why I say politics are hypocrite, wicked game. And some people stay very far from. I can tell you a lot of stories. A lot of these guys where you see come on this stage and a chat big. I can play a tape with them and cuss the leader of the PNP. Me can do that. But I choose not to. I choose not to. Because guess what? My job is that my golden hand to it. My job is that I have got a lot of blessings from the Father up above. And any way we can help my community, that is how me I go do it. But me I tell you, a lot of them people, man.
Well,
a lot of them people.
A lot of people were disappointed. A lot of people were disappointed when you were not given the opportunity to represent the constituency. What is the mood? Well, let me ask you, what is the mood there now at this point in time as the country faces a general election?
Me not gonna make no prediction for no election.
No. Listen to the question. Hold on.
Just give me a chance. I just want to make, because people have a way for twist things that people say.
No, I'm just saying I didn't ask you for a prediction on the election.
The mood for the PNP right now, in my opinion, in the parish, is not upbeat. A lot of people probably put on a face and tell us that based on the local election again, where the PNP wins 7 seats, them are going to take the 2 seats. Don't buy that. That's nonsense and bullshit. Since February 27, 2024, is a whole different mood in Hanover. The parish councillors have not been delivering. The mayor is hugely unpopular. Dave Brown, has found his bearing and his footing. And he might do a lot of projects in Eastern Hanover. Tamika Davis is equally doing a lot of projects in Western Hanover. When Mark Golding, the party leader for the PNP, came to Hanover the other day, it was the weakest level of support that any party leader has gotten in a very long time. No, I am not going to say Crowds is going to win because a lot of people who don't vote now come out. So I cannot say that for sure the PNP have a win or the PNP have a lose. But you ask me a specific question.
Yes.
The PNP, the GLP has 2 sitting member of parliament. For the PNP to win, them offer a fire more heat than the GLP. I am not seeing that. I'm not going to be here. I'm not going to burn no bad lamp for Angela Perkins or Heather Miller. But I can tell you, sir, right now, a lot of people don't know this, you know. It is not easy to remove an incumbent from office at any level. It requires money, it requires excitement, it requires organization, and it requires a certain kind of skill set on election day. Because no matter if people go on campaign. This election day is the most important day. That is the day that the votes are going to have to be put in the ballot. And let me just give you some quick numbers. Come here, talk quickly so that I can cover enough ground and enough time. Come so for me. I hear some people that talk about Hanover win 7 seats. I'm going to blow my own hand. I was the person who was leading the charge in Hanover, both east and west. When I was on the sidelines because the PNP had told him that they were not going to give him a seat. So he was not doing any work like that. He was the mayor and he was probably doing whatever he says as he's doing. So I was the person who was leading the charge. The people were riled up and they were charged up. And if you look back at that political meeting that was held in Eastern Hanover that Mark Golding came, that me and him was dancing on the stage. It was a backside crowd. Big the likes of what many people didn't see. So in the local election, people good. In Eastern Hanover, you have 26,000 plus people vote. But when I check up the numbers for the 3 divisions, Sandy Bay, Chester Castle, and Hopewell, I think Sandy Bay get about 2,100. Hopewell get 1,600 or something. That's how Mr. Frere get. And up at Chester Castle, Winter McIntosh get 1,100. No, Sandy Bay get about 2,100 out of 8,000 plus. Hopewell, Mr. Frere, the council get 1,600 out of almost 10,000. Up at Chester Castle, Mr. McIntosh get out 7,000 plus 1,000. When I checked it up, it was probably about 4,800 vote. The PNP get out at 26,000. But then when the treaty began, in politics, a win is a win. But you look at the numbers in a Western Hanover, the numbers should even frighten the PNP more. When I check up the number, I think 34,000 people in Western Hanover. The PNP did not get 5,000 votes. I think I checked it up, it was at 4,900 or something like that. But give them 5,000. That is 5,000 out of 30. The truth of the matter is the labor rights stayed at home because the GLP chose candidates that probably were not popular for the local election. The general election is going to be a different kettle of fish because there is where you have party affiliation, party leaders who love Andrew, who love Mark Holden, and it's a different ballgame. So anybody who is sitting one side and say that the election is going to be won because the PNP win,
local
election and sweep, and it is a done deal. Again, I'm not predict who I'm going. I'm not predict who I'm going to lose. If I was a betting man right now, I know who I bet for. But I'm going to hold that right now to my chest. Because I'm not get involved in that part of it. I'm not swinging here nor there. And for those of us who are asked if I'm going to Labour Party, no. I've not gone to the Jamaica Labour Party. I have been steadfast, but to be honest, Dave Brown has done a lot of work. And if the election is called tomorrow morning and I was to walk in a polling station, I would vote for Dave Brown.
Are you helping Dave Brown?
When I say helping, I mean if I coordinate with him and work with him.
No, that's not what I mean. When I say are you helping Dave Brown, I mean are you saying to him, this needs fixing, the people am ask for that. Are you, or should I say, are you
we are not coordinating in any official capacity. What is happening is that we have had casual talk and me tell him my opinion and express, stuff where me think that he should be doing. Because one of Dave Brown's biggest problem is that he does a lot of work, but he does not promote the work that he does.
Oh.
He does not emphasize it. So a lot of persons were not aware of what he was doing. So I have said to him that, hey, you need to publicize the work that you're doing. Not as a person. I've never gone to a jail in my life. But I have sat and I've spoken to Mr. Brown. And how I'm going to do is, for me, I vote for performance.
Nothing wrong with that.
I'm out here. You understand? I'm going to say this loud, I'm going to say this clear. That if the election is going to be held tomorrow, I'm going to a polling station, I would vote for Dave Brown. Because the road where me live was like a donkey cart. That they had Binton Road. When we have, where the property where, as I said, I have a few properties, but the property where me live, where me love, that it took me from Hopewell Square. A journey where it took me like 20 minutes. Now it took me 5 minutes to reach my yard.
Okay.
You hear me say to you? I'm a cost Dave Brown about roads and Dave Brown go fix them.
Okay.
And then we come out and make that about something and others, he tries to get them fixed. And then I said, for me, die-heartedness is not there anymore. And as I said to you before, I'm not here for campaign against PNP. I'm not here for campaign against Labour right? If probably what I do, help Dave Brown, that's fine. If for the PNP go out there and do something. And I'm going to come in and I'm going to say, hey, big up yourself. I love that people. This is a good job. I'm not afraid for that. But as the council of the Lucy Division, he fixed a road behind the Hanover Municipal Corporation. And I'm a PNP. And I commend him. I'm commending him now. I mean, Mr. Chambers, big up yourself. Good work. But when they don't do any work, like most of those councillors don't do, because the truth of the matter is, if you really look keenly in a Hanover, you don't have no forward-thinking leadership, especially at the local level.
But it's such a beautiful parish. Why? It's frustrating. Trust
Hanover only one stoplight.
One
And you know,
stoplight.
it's one of the rich people in place on Ocean Point, one new housing development. When I ride crossway for Grand Palladium, where I want big old highway, but I don't know where that needed. But I mean, none for Lucy, none for Hopewell, none for Green Island. And I'm going to talk about Chester Castle because it is a forgotten town. But when you speak these things, people don't like hear it. I'm going to tell you something. You can check out, I'm tell you. In the history of Hanover, there's 3 members of parliament that has done a lot of work. One man in the 60s is Arnold Jackson, Dutchy Shot, then call him.
Dutchy Shot.
Yeah, Arnold Jackson. Then 1993, I still have him as being the man that fixed the most road that Eastern Hanover, Francis Turner. Next to Francis Turner, the man who fixed the most road and put in infrastructure, Dave Brown. And nobody can dispute that. You understand what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, I am not here for bash PNP. I am just here to tell people, say, hey, all right, I'm going to give you one quick history. Now, we have, you know that the government have grown and the next thing you know, you see our beaches are being taken away from us.
Yes.
About 2 years ago, them come off of one beach in Eastern Hanover near Orchard Beach. I mean, some other people come out and we make up so nice and them have some consultation and I don't know where that go, but it's stuck. We have a beach where me and some youth clean up down a Sandy Beach at a trial hotel. Like we clean it up in swing song and we train for it. You're supposed to see videos with
Yes,
me
I have, yeah.
And the next thing we know, we're looking at the Sunday Gleaner last week. And we see the Glean, the beach is basically up for lease. Them are going to take away the beach one way. And it became public knowledge. And up until now, the local authority have control over, or have say in the beach. I mean, the other government entity there, but I am not heard the mayor come out for the parish and say, hey, I want to take away the beach and the people them don't understand the bay, man. We don't have no consultation. We don't have no this. I mean, I hear the council office on the Bay Division, who is the deputy mayor, come out and say, hey, welcome to the beach, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I tell you, sir, them something upset me, because you sit down and you fight for these things to some people. And guess what? Then get up and all then come out and tell you about a labor campaign. We used to have access to the Trial River, the community of Sandy Bay and Hopewell. And a few years ago, they finished out. We used to have access to one next river down at Sandy Bay named Blue River. And them fence out tight. I don't know, there's a truck blue. No. We can't access. I know the beach is going to be taken. And you're not hearing no politician. I come out and I say, Wagwan. It was the very same thing with the Orchard Beach, of which the Hanover Municipal Corporation claimed that they own. And up until now, we don't know what happened. We are here to say, yes, they finally get a title, but the title not cover all of the beach span. We don't know. There's no communication. Where's the leadership?
So where's the beach name? Tell what the beach name again.
Orchard Beach and Sandy Beach.
Okay. That's crazy.
But now Sandy Bay Beach is up to be leased without no public consultation. And people get up and wonder why only 41% of people in the country vote.
No, sir, this not good. This not good.
They ask why such a little bit. There's so much things I'm gonna say, but tonight alone I really make me say.
Well, so, you're welcome back anytime, Craig. You're welcome back.
Yeah, but I'm gonna make people know who are listening that yes, I'm going. They are in this no. I have seen so many people in politics. I'm an orange band and green band. And when they're dead, none of the politicians they don't get a reach. Probably get a buckler up. You understand what I'm saying? And when the politicians come at the funeral, they left quick. But then say they have to go on next funeral. They actually funeral and fourth funeral to go in a one day. You understand? But I don't see people will come out and accuse you. You understand what I'm saying? Accuse you. The same set of man them will come out and tell us Andrew Willis have 28 bank book. 28 bank book. But yet, the actor general come out and say $935 million has been unaccounted for by the Hanover Municipal Corporation. Because them say they cannot account for that money because stop everything and listen to this. Rock yam up somebody people them. Some of the documents.
Craig, I lie that you have to go send the proof. Go and give you. Yes, sir. Right now, I'm paper.
I don't necessarily that general system for me.
So right now, I'm paper.
35 million is a lot of money, you know.
Yeah.
That is a lot of money that done a lot of stuff. We would, and then the same set of people them come out and say, Antoine is starting them the money.
Then hold on, the man. Hold on, the man.
Them any money.
So right now, I'm up the paper them, so nobody can say we should have the money gone.
No. Or may I sit here say, the same set of people that come out and say, Antoine is a 28 bank book.
Bank book now use again. I lie them I tell. Bank book stop. Look for when bank book stop.
When the Antoine have 28 bank book, I'm not here to defend Antoine or whatever. I'm just here to be fair. Whether Antoine have 28 bank book or not, $935 million probably can't hold Antoine is 28 bank book. But you know, nobody has said nothing about that.
Politics.
I'm going to go back to what I said. That on election day 2020, the now mayor of Lucy was at my house. And I don't know work on that day.
Then I'm win back. Explain that to the people then.
I can't answer that. I did this.
Oh.
I can't explain that. I don't talk when I don't know Natalie.
No man, I believe you.
Anything will come out of my mouth, I prove it.
The people them not the chatter so they respect your straightforwardness and stuff like that.
I mean, just big them up. The only thing I can say to them is that yes, I'm one. I will not tell a man to vote patriotism. But what we can tell a man say, diehardness, sticktivity to political party. You see what the PNP did to people like myself, Lawrence Rowe, and others. Some of the others, them take it. And I wish for another day we come represent. Let me tell you something, Natalie. If I wasn't a strong man, believe me, if me was not a strong man, I would not be here talking to you. After spending millions of dollars.
I was just gonna ask you to give me a figure of an estimate of how much you spend, but I don't know if...
because that probably get me in a problem with myself.
Get you in a problem with who?
My family.
Oh God.
They spend so much money.
Alright, nobody
after spending millions of dollars. You can imagine that the list for the party we come down here, where we get hotel room put up around here. I mean, we never pay fee. I beg we beg you and get it still. We tell him go treat him. Me pay for that. Come down here and name with food.
Oh God.
And you want to tell me, say, you decide say you're not using a candidate. And you know call the candidate as a leader and say, hey, you know, say this is this and this is not this. Come to know, I have nothing from the General Secretary of the party. All people have picked me. Brother, sister, father, come and square against them, man. We can do that to people who say them are comrade. When Michael Manley say we are comrade, that is not what he envisioned, you know. He never envisioned a set of people and one of them F-ray, you know. Two other comrades, you know. You should get jammed. And Baba wanna chat past stage, you know. When me talk to the jamble, you know, and as we say, me can play the chat between me and the jamble. And me can show you the message of my shen come. I must say, big man, and me, you know, man. I mean, I'm sitting there going like my mother Lashid. I'm laughing, you know. Talk to me sound like a baby.
My make me laugh, you know. Where say him not take no responsibility. Then not him the General Secretary do.
Support. It hurt me. So you know, see a man get a safe seat of a sentence and lose it. And the party send him go a walk and we take with this Luther Buchanan. And we say we are PNP and we support that.
What can go so?
Because we are support the party. Because we are support the party. You got pioneers who come to Western Hanover and get a safe seat. over a period of 3 terms, he starts to lose thousand votes. All of them sound truck and all of them something what they want to play. When there was a campaign for regional secretary a couple months ago, where this youth when I run feet, and them handpick who they want. And the same girls call me. I don't know if I hear the voice notes. I mean, have more. I mean, because I don't want to mix up with the PNP is a party we grew up as support. But the party where we grew up as support, Michael Manley did February 1996, I think it is. I think next year, a 30 years since Michael Manley did. And some people say, Michael Manley got turned and group. And listen, we hear the PNP, them go out and of course people are calling them liberate. But you accept Dennis Meadows in our party. You accept Ian Yells, who was Mr. Siaga, close confidant, who left the Labour Party and come on over and get two term. D.K. Duncan, good man. He was a stalwart. I respect that man. Then I go grow in a corner and tell you. But if D.K. follow Bruce Bowling, go and them. And when D.K. try to come back in our PNP, the amount of things what we have to do down here to get D.K. for running at Eastern Hanover. Because D.K. come down here and a D.K. stop this one cemetery where they run a bill of just a castle. I'm funeral who man. But all the person behind. The PNP, you have some, and when I look and I see the voice, the WhatsApp chat them, where go around. I see it's a Peter Phillips, never get no help. Your people right now in that party where used to call me and tell me, send me black against Peter Phillips, you know.
How wicked them? Jesus, where you say?
You know, I said to you.
I back and belly rock them, man.
And I tell you, say, yo, not all them say. But me not have time to call up no man name.
You have to just walk away from them kind of spirit there.
So anybody who would want, we should continue for you and say you spend your millions of dollars for the party to help the party come back. And at the same time, I was looking for somebody to run the seat because I'm overseas. Live and I do well. And everybody, people who know me know I do well in a life. Material things are not something to boast for, but God bless me, I'm a good. I'm a try to help my people. So if we didn't get one of them people if they come, but all of them down here, they never want to come because they believe so they could win the seat. But when they see Mark Bolin come and they see the big old crowd, they say, and they start saying, hey, I did make Ian lose, you know. I did make, why one name a cricketer one? And you wave lunch.
Yes.
Lowest amount in a port in a modern time. The 4,000 would wave lines get under 26,000 votes, you know.
Wow.
Do you know that?
No, sir.
I don't think wave lines get 5,000. I stand corrected.
Wow. Then isn't he the standard bearer right now for
I understand. Men are involved in whatever they do right now. We only can tell you the type of people they be and whatever their results. Time our week you have to take 12 you know. Men are going to show no word on them. Men are not bad to say about them. Them know what they do and they know what it is that they are doing.
No, but
can tell us, you say, Mama Yashi, what the talk? I true. Let me tell you something. You see, you know the things I mean, no? I have proof of the things I mean, no? But guess what? I have walked away. I continue to serve my community. And if I see Dale Brown and my constituency do good, I go say in do good.
But look here, Craig.
Because the road we drive and walk on, that road in a black, in a green, and in a orange.
Let me just ask you this before you go, Craig. If Dayton Campbell told you that is not him and him is the General Secretary, is who then?
Listen, this has happened more than a year. I'm probably going to a year and a half ago. Me not going at that. The question I can bring you to is, they said they use a poll
Oh.
and some other metric to judge me.
Oh.
I don't even know what they use. But the question that should be asked was, did they poll the current standard bearer, Anja Perkis? Did they ask of her the very same thing they asked of me? Did they? That's why other people need to go. Me know the answer now.
Okay.
But me not go say. Because as me say, I don't have a bad thing to say about Miss Perkis. Whatever she want to do, but me know say, at my age, is the worst I have ever seen of any campaign that the PNP has ever run in a Hanover. And alright. The leader of the party come down here, and it was a dismal failure. In a Eastern Hanover, Michael Phillips come down here and him a fight for him political life up when he come from over Manchester. Well, he don't come from, but you see to get. And after these people get these because of them father and them mother. And you know, the most hurtfulest thing that came out of this, that was when the man them do whatever them do, you know. Them start put forward the guy was named Tolo, Francis Tolo's son, former member of parliament.
Remember him.
Good man. You know what they put out there? Support David Tolo. He comes from good stock.
Oh. So you is not a real man. Same thing like with them. Same thing like with them tell Lawrence, Lord Jesus.
No stock. Yet me have more than them. If we have to go buy money. Yet me have more than them, but me not come from good stock. Let me tell you something, man. Damn job. Before, yeah? There's a lot more that can be said, but me not going to be the one to bring down Michael at the party. I'm not going to bring them down. They have to do that by themselves. Me wake up and go exercise and run every day. Me go about and me meet people. Me give people what me can do, me help them.
So you still continue your activism work though?
We never stop.
Okay.
We never. Tomorrow morning we have some people who are supposed to get lunch, and the principal rushed me one day because I promised her some money, and some of this I never get to go. Tomorrow I go down do what we have to do, because each one helps one. We know in this year, all the way the politics is run. Remember, I know that the PNP had, when them have a look candidates, you know, them throw a criteria, them throw a date where they're supposed to have their candidates in place. Yet even now, they cannot fulfill what it is that their original criteria was. Polling, delegate this, that and that. No. What code you can be reaching a Western, down a Eastern Westmoreland?
After I'm lose, me no know.
What kind of polling was done for him? It would have been interesting to see that poll.
Maybe I true you are a member of the Rise United movement, man. I must that.
Listen, let me tell you something. Me not even want to, as I say, I am not going to be joined into dropping with Rise or whatever. In the position of them, them I represent the PNP. But I am telling you, when we see man then draw for KD and Bobby Pickers kill the other day, my heart hurt me. And some people say, but it is in their right to go a political meeting. If they push over me.
It's shock a lot of people.
The man then put Porsche in one place. And up until now, I am not hearing any journalist in this country ask what happened to Porsche. Porsche, apart from Manley, are the most loved politician who come out of this country.
Sure.
And when I hear nobody ask what happened to Porsche Lucretia Miller. Nobody not telling nothing, you know. Think about it.
Maybe her family not really wants to say nothing still. So where you say now, the man them will come out, KD and Pickersgill. You don't think so that was a good idea or what?
Listen, we're upon a generational thing, you know. We're upon a generational thing. where people who remember KD. When KD said, I'm KD a good lawyer and KD a good politician, and he's a man I love. And yes, I went in data. But when KD ever stand up in front of one podium and have one hand and hold the mic, or they go or stand up. But you know, in a certain step. That's another image when me want to remember KD Knight.
Oh God.
Keith Knight, one of the best lawyers and best politicians to come out of this country. Is it that look at West Jamaica? You used to have Raja Clark. You used to have Derek Kenya. You used to got Francis Tullow. You used to have DK Duncan. Can you sit down? Tell me the politician that down here now from the PNP side. We are big name. We can hold a crowd half of their own. Tell me.
Can't think of any still. Not any that are active.
You get more than my time.
Well, are the people them over here send call, you know? So the people them in the chat, you can read the comments them when they're done, are I guess they will call in and speak, but I'm sure that they appreciate you taking the time, and of course I do as well. So thank you so much for stopping by, and feel free to come back.
Let me just say blessings to all who are listening. I want to know, say, yo, whether or not labor right or not, die-heartedness is what is killing this country. I may ask each and everybody whether they hear my voice tonight. Looking on yourself and say, if what may I say, a nonsense. We need to call a spade a spade. We need to hold people accountable. Whether my labor right. It is bad when a man or a woman say, if it's a dog, me get me a vote for them. If them a PNP or if them a labor right. Dog, you can't vote for dog. But that's come out your mouth.
True.
That's how much of it can. Bless up yourself, my friend.
Thank you so much, Craig. Big up.
All right.
Yes, guys, that was Craig Oats. The people them would have asked if he switched to the JLP. He has clarified that. He said no, he hasn't switched to the JLP, but he just pretty much told you, his opinion on the state of the politics in his constituency and in Jamaica, and in both the Jamaica Labour Party and the PNP. We thank you, Craig, for stopping by. I just want to say one thing following this interview with Craig, and I'm glad that he brought this up. I am going to make another appeal. This is the second time I am saying this on this platform. Craig spoke about the beaches. And I'm tired of Jamaicans being ushered off our beaches, and we only have a few. When you look at other Caribbean nations, they're not doing that. I am going to make an appeal tonight to the Jamaica Labour Party government, Prime Minister of Jamaica, that before the next election call, I would like to see the Beach Control Act of 1956 that vests all rights of the foreshore in the Crown, but preserves rights for those with pre-1956 registered titles, etc., etc. This oppressive, why is it that we cannot do what makes sense? Why do we still have this Beach Control Act in Jamaica? I would like the government to repeal it. Yes, I would like the government of Jamaica to repeal it. All it does is it is such an unjust thing. And if the government does not agree with me, I would like for them to come out and tell the Jamaican people what is the justification for having the Beach Control Act of 1956 still in place. Chat, if you guys agree with me or disagree, Please say it in the comments because I want to know if I'm me alone. She say it's high time that Jamaica gets rid of this act to protect our beaches and make sure that our people have beach access. More beach access. The Beach Control Act of 1956, and Jamaica should be happy to repeal it and get rid of it. Don't we want to become a real and true independent state where we are our own head of state, where we don't have nobody a come to about a crown land and them sitting there anymore? Get rid of this man. The Jamaican people would greatly appreciate. You know how many times I have seen cases go to the court where our beaches and this Beach Control Act is concerned? It's been in the court too many times. And it's always about taking something from the Jamaican people. It needs to be repealed. There are many groups, advocate groups out there. I've seen them. They've been calling for the repealing of this Beach Control Act for a long time. And the politicians have ignored it. They have said nothing. Nobody has come out and said why we haven't done it or why it should remain. The mainstream media in Jamaica, they are useless. So I am saying to the government of Jamaica directly today, April 3rd, 2025, the government who is there now, I am not talking about which government may come next month or the month after. I said the government that is there now must repeal or say something to the Jamaican people what they think about this Beach Control Act, what they plan to do. The chat is saying that them agree. I don't see nobody say them disagree. They need to come out and say something. We the people are demanding it. Let's move forward. Guys, I don't know if you see this news here, this breaking news here this evening, but I could not believe what I heard. The brother of Member of Parliament Michael Phillips, Robert Chin, you guys would have heard last year that Mr. Chin was arrested and charged and had been in custody ever since on charges of drug trafficking. If you have not heard it, let me just tell you briefly what it's about. Mr. Robert Chin, he's not Peter Phillips' son. He is the son of Peter Phillips' ex-wife. Has a different father, but he and the Member of Parliament, Michael Phillips, shares the same father. I don't know their relationship. I don't know if they're close or if they're not close. I don't know their relationship, and it doesn't matter, quite frankly. But Robert Chin was initially charged in a $90 million cocaine case. So here is the outcome now. He is 59 years old and he is from an address in Mona, St. Andrew. He pled guilty to being in possession and attempting to export 21 pounds of cocaine at the Norman Mann International Airport, and this was January 2nd of 2023. So he'd been in custody for 2 years and a couple of months. The security at the airport checked his luggage, which revealed that it contained the cocaine worth $90 million. So he was carrying this. You know how in a Jamaica, sometimes people say, boy, I never know say it in my luggage or whatsoever. But he pled guilty at this point. So Today, he was fined $13,000 for attempting to export the drug and $800,000 for possession. His attorney is Peter Champagne, the same attorney of Jolyon Silvera, who was charged for the homicide of his wife, Melissa Silvera. But the lawyers of Mr. Chin had requested that the judge only charged him the $800,000. In essence, he will avoid jail time. According to the Jamaica Observer, in asking the court not to impose a prison term, the lawyers reminded the court of Chin's critical medical condition, which calls for weekly dialysis treatment, which means that he has a problem with his kidneys, and the fact that he had pleaded guilty. His attorney also relied on his social inquiry report, which was highly favorable to him. In handing down the sentence, Senior Parish Judge Paula Blake Powell observed that the provisions under which Chin had been charged under the Dangerous Drug Act for attempting to export carried a maximum fine of $30,000 and for the possession of $2 million or 2 years in prison. So I know a lot of people are shocked by this verdict, but if you look at it, he probably, he got his time served because he did his 2 years. So it's either the time served of the 2 years or the $2 million. So him don't have to pay that $2 million for the possession. So uno see guys say the law them in a Jamaica. We have seen over time where they have amended some of the laws where it come on to, harm to other individuals, talking physical harm. They have amended those, of course, because in Jamaica where we suffer from high rates of homicides and things like that, to deter people or to, just put harsher justice. They have changed that. But I don't think we've done much amendment to the Dangerous Drugs Act. So I know a lot of people now are going to be looking at this and saying, 21 pound, hey, if I did America or nowhere else, my people, you wouldn't hear the end of this right now, So I guess between, his medical condition and I guess he was still getting his dialysis while he was in there. But between that and the 2 years time served and them something there, him gone. He walk free. I who a laugh. Boy, I can laugh over here, man. Sometimes when I see you sitting, I laugh. Taylor says no form of conditioning can justify him not serving his time for this crime. If a me and you get catch, we dead at prison. Well, me no know still, me I tell you what the law say, you see the law say, according to the Dangerous Drug Act, this was observed by the judge, that the provisions under which Chin has been charged for attempting to export carried a maximum fine of $30,000 and for possession of the substance a $2 million. or 2 years in prison. So if I that the last year, that the last year. Mario, you're saying that he was on bail, but according to the news, them say him been in custody from them time. Let me double check to make sure I'm giving you guys the right information. Hold on. $800,000. Give you more time than Paul. Yeah, it's always been that way. Even in America, it's that way because of that very destructive era of crack addiction in the United States. What a thing. What a thing. Eh? In a them time, yeah. Carry them something there in a your suitcase. Since him admitted to it, people. Boy, I told me couldn't do that, you know. I swear to God, if me not no food for me, I'm going to bed. I go to the door, gonna have some grass, you see. Me? Ah, Jesus. Anyway, I think he did get bail. Me no know. Me read it and it's saying been in custody. Hold on, let me just double check. Says he was arrested January 2nd, 2023. Oh, yes, you're right. I apologize, guys. He had been on bail. I don't know when him get bail. You know, say when him get bail, but he say he had been on bail. I apologize. Sorry about that. But true, some people never had follow up the story, you know. I don't know. But most of it probably not even did read this dangerous drug act to see, you know, what it says. But me personally would want to know though. I know that at this point in time, we don't really have a lot of people in Jamaica, based on my knowledge. We don't have a lot of people in Jamaica with a lot of addiction issues to cocaine. But what we do have in Jamaica, not just in Jamaica, but in the Caribbean region, is the trafficking of that substance, which leads to crime, homicide, all kind of something. You understand, people? So you see, if we are really going to get serious about crime, solving and, you know, wiping out this crime monster in our country and this reputation that we have in Jamaica, I know the government is trying to fix it. And I know the security minister is too. I know that we have seen different amendments to, you know, the act against gangs, against homicides and things like that. But the government of Jamaica and the legislators, they must also, if they're serious about crime and fighting crime, organized crime, regional crime, or as Andrew Holness put it, global, they have to revisit the Dangerous Drug Act to make sure that they deter people from doing these destructive things, my people. Would you not agree with that? I serious something. They must revisit that if we're serious and want to do a comprehensive approach to crime. Because crime is not just about guns, you know. It's also about how a lot of these gangs and so forth sustain themselves financially. You understand, people? You see what happened to Bujo? And I don't think Bujo will have half away. This a man I get through than 10 years. Look with Isaac Buchanan. 10 years. Me don't know how much Isaac did I carry. But this a man, I miss it by the skin of him teeth. Because if him never get catch at Jamaica and them in hold him all at Miami airport, Papa Jesus. I gone in Ghana for him up. 21 pound. Jamaica give him a slap on the wrist because that's what the law says. That is what the law says, people. So we can't really blame this man here. Or blame a lawyer, them and blame a judge. Look at what the law says. Jamaica must revisit the law. I see half the time, Frenchie, no me cuss bad word over here so tonight. What you mean by me? Where you hear me I sympathize with Frenchie? Frenchie, you see me I take drugs? What you mean by sympathize? No, look here, man, no come over here with it. Una always, some of una always coming at the chat. Una talk, but you don't listen for understand. Where the hell you see me I sympathize with, man? Eh? I seen you come over here for me see myself tonight. Anyway, people, like I said, the legislators them in Jamaica, them going to have to revisit this this dangerous drug act if they're serious about crime. And this is something me that like to hear both sides of the aisle talk about in the parliament. Me that want to hear if the opposition and the government would be in favor of revisiting this act and amend it. You can't have man carry so much drugs and talk about 2 years and $2 million. Eh? And they on bail. That can't deter nobody. Yes, Jerome. Me look like French. You take a look a bit at the drugs that come over here come in an argument with me. Go here, man. I saw no one go spread propaganda upon me now. Say me a sympathize with juggies. Come off of this, man. Me no like on style. Listen for understand before you talk. You not have no listening skills, some of you. Sure. Anyway, about the tariffs that we spoke about last night. Remember last night we say that the foreign minister, Kamina Johnson-Smith, after the 10% tariff on Jamaica, that, the foreign minister is going to have to examine everything and explain this to the country because some people don't really understand. I also have the business community now where those who are involved in export, they might be a little confused. So this is what I saw the foreign minister put out this morning. This is your foreign minister, Kamina Johnson-Smith. She said the government has taken note of the new tariff regime announced on Wednesday by the US and is seeking to obtain precise information on the changes. We are obtaining the requisite technical documentation to ensure accuracy of details and appropriate analysis. So she posted this on Twitter this morning. So no premature run out business. You have to see what is on paper and what is in the fine print and them something there first before you come and explain to the people. So we're not really in a rush. Last night when we said the foreign minister must come say something, I don't know if I true Kamina ear to over here or somebody over here say something, but nonetheless, we appreciate that the government, is telling the people that we see what's happening. We're going to examine the facts and come back with something. Come on, hear how it go. Some people over here last night said, boy, and not too much. So, no big deal. Anyway, people, last night we over here talk about so-called journalist Dion Jackson Miller, who did come out, try bring down our nice, clean vice president, presidential candidate, and descendant of Jamaica, Kamala Harris. I encourage the Jamaican people, them don't vote for her because, oh, she's not Jamaican enough. You understand? And I cannot tell you the countless amount of Jamaicans who are here in the diaspora and all over the world with Jamaican parents, whether one parent or two parents. Everybody who have Jamaican blood in them walk proud. I mean, I asked that Jackson Miller that. But anyway, today I dismiss what Vice President come say today. Let me see if I can find the clip and play it for you briefly. And I hope Jackson Miller over here I listen. You chat too much. If you're a journalist, so-called journalist, you sit down in a Jamaica, I encourage the Jamaicans and my brother, tell them say the woman is not Jamaican enough. And you see it now? Tariff. But this not going to affect you, you know. This not going to affect you. But you ought to be very ashamed of yourself. Dion Jackson Miller, you talk too much, man. And talk too much nonsense. Out of all the journalists them in a Jamaica and in a the Caribbean region, are you alone? You alone come out and try bring down the woman. Yeah, man, because they don't want Trump to come back in. Well, see, you get your wish there now. Let me pull up what the vice president said today to a group of people. I'm sorry, guys, my internet is having a little hiccup tonight. Let me just try this other phone and see what happens. Here she goes.
Stay quiet. We're saying people stay quiet. We are saying organizations stay quiet.
Guys, she was speaking at Leading Women Defined Foundation.
We're saying people stay quiet. We are seeing organizations stay quiet. We are seeing those who are capitulating to clearly unconstitutional threats. And these are...
How were this, man? Well, on the people, me find it back. See it here.
People are seeing those who are capitulating to clearly unconstitutional threats. And these are the things that we are witnessing each day in these last few months in our country. And it understandably creates a great sense of fear. Because, there were many things that we knew would happen. Many things. I'm not here, so I told you so.
And she has such a good sense of humor. I laugh. She did a laugh, She said, I'm not going to tell you, say I told you so. And Dion Jackson Miller sit down in a Jamaica and how much Jamaican I get run down today by Donald Trump. How much Jamaican I run up and down and I hide on them something there because of Dion Jackson Miller. Come and encourage the Jamaican people. Them, but oh, she's not Jamaican enough. Boy, I telling you this.
Contagious. Okay. When one person has fear, it has a way of spreading to those around them and spreading. And we are witnessing that, no doubt. But I say this also, my dear friends. Courage is also contagious. Courage is also contagious.
You hear that, Dean Jackson Miller? Courage is contagious and so is fear. We not fear over here, so you know we are courageous people, and that's why we are said to you now. You need to tell the people them of Jamaica who are get sent back at their yard, and the people them we have to go pay the 10% tariff. You say you're there on mainstream media Jamaica, woman. You need to tell the people them, why did you attack Kamala Harris's ethnicity, discouraging Jamaicans from voting for her? Why did you do that? Guys, anytime when you hear she answer, you call me. Anytime when you hear she answer, you please and thanks. Call the phone and make me know. All right, we're done with Dion tonight, yes, sir. Unbelievable. Make we talk about Favour Williams and the president of the women's movement of the PNP. I want to see the video what I put up today. I want to say that this St. Andrew Eastern seat is indeed a battleground seat. When you see the Labour Rights win it, the PNP win it, the Labour Rights win it, the PNP win it. And it goes on. And you see the margin of victory, the margin of loss. And for it being such a battleground seat, to me, I thought that maybe the PNP would have put somebody else in there who have a little more political pedigree. You know what I'm saying? But they're going to put a woman in there who has lost every attempt at becoming a member of parliament. I don't know what the outcome is going to be. But when we look at it objectively, what is Patricia Duncan running on? What is her message? Because you are coming for an incumbent who is also the finance minister of the country, who, by the way, has made the PNP and Mark Gold look very stupid in the last budget debate. Right? Me tell you last week, say, Mark Gold and the PNP is making Favour very famous. Right now, Favour is becoming more famous than Nigel Clark. Because before Favour come, at least them it come in there with something where you could have probably called one budget. Me no know. But this time around, Favour basically exposed the PNP and exposed Mark Golding them, say, then come here without a budget. In fact, she said to the parliament and to the Jamaican people, you have no rebuttal, no criticism of anything we have put forth, which is consent, which is agreement with what we have put here before you and the Jamaican people. So with that being said now, what is Duncan running on? According to Favour and according to what we have seen in the media, Pat Duncan and the PNP went up there telling the country and the media, say, the zones of special operation is a problem. Remember we covered that over here and say, leave the people them alone with the Zoso. Because we all remember August Town in the late 90s, in the 2000s. And there was one time when there was 0 homicides because of aggressive efforts by the government to make sure that the people can live in peace. So the people them now come out in them numbers now call for the removal of the Zoso. Where you gone in they can trouble the people them about that for? Leave it. You understand? That was our position over here. So me hear Favor say now, quote, that woman is mad. She come in here fasting with the people about this also. So me say, but wait. If you are going to run in a constituency like that, it's a battleground, you try to unseat the finance minister. What you running on? Me no know, maybe somebody can tell me, what is she running on? I have to run on something that makes sense. So me no know. We have to go just see how this play out, people. What was the big stone moment? Me have work my phone line for about 20 minutes or so. Remember, guys, when you call, use your discretion. Remember, I not just one somebody phone line or everybody phone line that the people want call and talk to. So, no call and talk for 25 minutes. I don't know, me no rude. Me never run off nobody off of the phone. So, nobody put me in a position to do them sitting there. Just call and talk and make the people them hear you and make the people them chime in if they so choose. Right? So, when you call and tell me what you have to say about what Mr. Oats raised over here. Number one, what do you think about the Dangerous Drug Act and the outcome of the case with Mr. Chin? And also, what do you think is going to happen when election call between these two ladies? The phone line is open, guys. If you want to call us via WhatsApp, this is the phone number right here. What a something. Me no live in Florida. Gail, me no live in Florida. If the Prime Minister is near me, I will probably try if I have the time. I don't know if I might bring him communication genius. Me tell him I already said bring him, cause if you not bring him, now come. So my question where it go. Have I heard about the lady with pumpkin and grow in the road in her car? Then if pumpkin and grow, she not take the pumpkin and go cook it. Take the pumpkin and go cook it. Before car run over it. No man, Mr. Vegas tomorrow, Mr. Vegas come over here. Mr. Vegas. Mr. Vegas come over here tomorrow, Mr. Vegas, Jesus. No, sir. Mr. Vegas put a punchline on the platform. Mr. Vegas saying at this time, yeah, we don't want steady hands. We don't want a man where when pressure take him, he must go send for PG party, so I don't want to wipe me out, people. So, if that go play up on TV and now in our ads, anybody send that ads they come give me, now play it over here, because kill you never kill me over here, Mr. Vegas. Mr. Vegas, good night. Tomorrow call me because the people them say they want to hear you. See, I'm like how they tell me say if you call Craig Oats. We are call you tomorrow, Mr. Vegas. Call the program tomorrow. We are give you 1 hour over here. Because you have to go tell me a whole heap of things. What you plan to do with your political career? Because they must say you have a political career now, you know. They say you have political career. So the people they want to know now what you plan to do. Because you turn activist and all these things. And by the way, people, the resistance woman them gone back on the road again. Yes, the resistance woman them gone back on the road. Yes, man. Mr. Vegas says soon and very soon we will be uniting people right across the world. Yeah, man. So the only thing now where me that say, when the JLP them are introduce Mr. Vegas, only nobody introduce Mr. Vegas and talk about Mr. Vegas attack for JLP. Mr. Vegas attack for Jamaica. Only no say Mr. Vegas go up to Washington, D.C. Go take down the people them where try put Jamaica on the map wrongfully. Like say America no have domestic problem and them sitting there. Mr. Vegas, we have the Jamaican flag, right? As a Jamaican and as an artist. And the only reason why Mr. Vegas dip him out in a politics right now because they can hold up shackles of a black man head. So Mr. Vegas is representing Jamaica. Me no want to claim Mr. Vegas, you know. But nobody offend the rest of people in the country because enough people were PNP and no P. See what Mr. Vegas I do. I'm glad. You understand? So big up yourself, Mr. Vegas. I'm very much looking forward to talking to you tomorrow. Now I want to show the people them this. It is alleged that this screenshot right here, them say the person who post this is Dayton Campbell fake page. So they say. But let me show you what this says. It says, I am a proud riser. It look like you forget. Rise United is greatest political movement ever formed within. Let me just move this out of the way. Greatest political movement formed within a political organization. Right? You know see how dangerous these people are? You can't form a political movement in our political organization to mash you up. Eh? You know see say they ain't no good? Mash right up. Suppose the NDM did for stay in the JLP and farm. The PNP would have been up a while now, same way unbroken. Them say allegedly that this is Dayton Campbell fake page. So that is the Rise United movement for you. And at this, they want the PNP people them for reward them with, because whole heap of PNP people them now support them people here. Right? You know see what they do Craig Oats? You know hear how much millions of dollars the man spend up and what them doing? And at the same thing, you know see them do Lawrence Rowe. They no good at some back and belly them for sure. No, sir. And then feel good for come out contact this. And she said the opposition party, they are ground zero. But just show them delusional, them not think so, then think if the opposition they pan tap, you know. Yeah. Anyway. I guess let me just check the phone real quick. If there's nobody calling tonight, that's okay. I will be talking to you guys tomorrow. What time? Okay. All right, guys. Well, it was nice talking to everybody. You know, I was still outside, right? So hear me more clearer, cause me get to understand. Say even though the internet was good last night, look, a glitch started earlier. I will come back with the thing, but soon gone back our yard, and you know everything will come to an end. Anyway, thanks to Mr. Oats for joining, and boy, we still try absorb all of that. But the general reaction over here to Mr. Oats is, you know, them say them like a straightforwardness. They like the fact that burn out diarted politics, and say it is about the development of our communities and our country. And that is where we stand over here, you know. You understand? You say if we keep on rewarding bad politicians, people, we not have nothing in development in our country, right? And the politicians, especially the ones who don't do anything, they are happy and comfortable when we fight and tribal and deity that they love, because that give them a sense of security. Well, that sense of security is no more, because little by little, slowly but surely, the people of Jamaica are saying only those who do the work is going to get knowings and respect from we. We're not in with people who not do the work. And the people improve that to we in the election of 2020. Right? Now we're going to see what's going to happen in the coming months here. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining. Big up on yourself. Tomorrow when I come back on here what Mr. Vegas have to say about how him take down the people them when I down at St. James. We're gonna talk about it. Have yourselves a good night, guys. Thank you for joining. Please hit the like button before you leave and share the live with somebody. Moderator, good night. Everybody take care.
Jamaica politics and cover. Pick up yourself because you don't know you will discover. Natalie, you're bigger than George Washington Bridge and Island Empire State Building. Straight to the ceiling. Sin, Lord of mercy. Jamaica is not a place to go all. Not when certain guys in control. Jehovah God no. Lord of mercy. Hey, some say that them are dirty. And they must suffer to hell no rotted. Natalie, more you pick up yourself. Right and up because you're rougher than them. Hey, they must say that they are dirty. And they must suffer to hell no rotted.